Hello, today I'd like to show you how to make this pretty little insertion. It's actually called a Galloon in the book. It's from a publication by Thérèse de Dillmont. It's a vintage publication that's now out of copyright and freely available on the internet. I'll put the information in the information box below this video so you can refer to it. It's one of my favorite vintage tatting publications. I really like it. It's got lots of pretty patterns in it. So here's how to make it. We're going to start the first ring and hide the end at the same time, so your end is on top and you just fold it under, and then we're going to tat over it. So we're making 2 stitches and a short picot, so 2 stitches, short picot, 2 stitches, 1, 2, and we're going to use a picot gauge as we did in the previous video, and this gives me the chance of sharing a little tatting tip. You might already know this and use it, but I find it very useful. If you're working with a gauge, it's very easy to lose your tiny piece of card. You put it down, you pick it up every time you need to make a measured picot. And so I make myself a little gauge necklace. So it's just on a little piece of elasticated string and a jewelry clasp, and then you attach your gauge to it. And also means it's easy to change the size of your gauge when you need a different size. And then you keep it around your neck so you never drop it anywhere. It's always there, handy to use, quick to grab and to put down without losing it. So that's my little tip. So here we are, 2 stitches, small picot, 2 stitches, and now we're using the gauge. It's an 8mm gauge. And we're making 3 stitches after this long picot. I'm still trying to hide my end. I'll give it 1 more stitch and then I'll cut it. So that's 2 stitches after the gauge. I'm just gonna snug my stitches and pull on the end and I'll cut it short. So long picot and 3 stitches, so 1 more stitch, a tiny picot, that's just going to be to join the fabric, so I don't want it to be very big at all, 3 stitches, and then using the gauge again, and 2 stitches, a short picot and 2 stitches. Now we're staying on the same side, and we're going to make what is called a scallop in the book. This is a little tattered element that is not used very much in modern tatting, but I think is really quite pretty. So what we're doing is making a ring, but you're not closing it as a ring. So it's 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, and then instead of closing towards me like this to make it close into a ring, you just pull straight like this until most of the thread is pulled. You still can see a little bit of bare thread at the bottom, but it makes like a little shell shape, a little scallop. And then reverse work. And we're making the ring on the other side. 2 stitches, 1, 2, and a short picot, 2 stitches, and picot with the picot gauge, and 3 stitches after the long picot, 2, 3, a tiny picot, 3 stitches, 2, 3, a picot with the picot gauge, 2 stitches, short picot, and 2 stitches, and close the ring. Oops. Staying on the same side, we're making the next scallop, 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the little scallops, they, in ways, because you're working with just one shuttle, it's instead of using a chain, which you would probably do to join elements with 2 shuttles, or a bare thread. But I think they're a nice change from bare threads or chains. And then reverse work. Make sure this one is facing the right way. When you get to join to it, it tends to twist the first one. And the next ring, 2 stitches, short picot, 2 stitches, and making sure it's on the right side, join to the long picot. And 3 stitches after the long picot, 2, 3, a tiny picot, 3 stitches after the tiny picot, 3, and then picot with the picot gauge, so you just place it in between your 2 threads, so on your core thread, and then make sure your first half stitch is closed and tight against your piece of card, and 2 stitches, a short picot, and 2 stitches, and close the ring. And the next scallop, 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and close it by pulling straight on your core thread, like this. Reverse work, and making the next ring on the other side. 1, 2, and a short picot, 1, 2, and join to the long picot, 3 stitches, 2, 3, tiny picot, 3 stitches, 2, 3, picot with the picot gauge, 2 stitches, a short picot, and 2 stitches. And the next scallop. I'll just make a couple more, and then I'll let you carry on if you decide to make this pretty galloon. I hope that's how you say it anyway. I kind of think it might come from the French word galon. So pulling straight to close the scallop, like this, reverse work, and the next ring, 1, 2, a short picot, 1, 2, attached to the long, whoops, attached to the long picot, 3 stitches after the long picot, or after the long picot join in this case, 2, 3, very short picot, 3 stitches, 2, 3, using the gauge, 2 stitches after the picot with the gauge, 2, short picot, and 2 stitches. And then the next scallop. 1, 2, 3, 4, and close the scallop, reverse work, 2 stitches on the next ring, a short picot, 2 stitches, and join to the long picot, 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and a very short picot, 3 stitches, 2, 3, and using the picot gauge, 2 stitches, 1, 2, a short picot, and 2 stitches, 1, 2, and close the ring. And that's it. So if you wanted to be able to join back at the beginning, you might want to insert some magic loops in your first rings, or you can just sew them in at the end, or they might be enclosed in fabric anyway, so you might not need to join it back onto itself, so it could be just a flat piece. And I'm adding a link to a video that shows how to add thread when you're working with just one shuttle, because it can feel a little bit difficult when working with just one shuttle. And that's it, really. So I hope you enjoy making this vintage galloon. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.